Okay, hey, yep, we live. Hey, it's Blind Toes. Hey, thank you guys for joining the stream. It's gonna be a fun time today. Switch down my mic. If you're curious about what is the BFGC or the BFGC at a glance, hey, I got three fairly looking guys, two and one probably like really looking guy for the ladies with me. It's gonna be a nice stream, and I will let them introduce themselves because if I do it, they're gonna probably down to me a lot. So I will let Mr. Sito go first.
What's going on? I'm Cito, aka Blair Cito. You can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Blair Cito. I'm a member, I guess, of the Blind FGC community. I'm legally blind. I'm playing a lot of Mortal Kombat since it came out, this last one. And that's pretty much all I gotta say for the intro.
And let's go with Mr. Sins.
Yo, I go by your sins, and I'm also legally blind. And my Twitch is twitch.tv/your sins. And I'm also on YouTube, but I can't quote you that link because it's got all kinds of numbers and letters to it. But yeah, glad to be here. Thank you, Toes.
No problem. And soon, like once you get that 100 mark, then you would get your custom URL.
Yeah. Yep.
Then the best for last, Captain.
Oh, I don't know about best for last, but I am definitely Captain Ears. Glad to be here and to join me in this conversation. Yeah, thank you for having all three of us.
Come on, Captain. You know you want that Disney money and replace Electric Captain America.
Oh my gosh, no, the pressure of Captain America. I don't even think he gets paid enough for his job, to be honest. It's quite a task he's got in his hands to keep us all safe.
Imagine like a Captain Earshot would be like, pulls out control and who can I control?
Oh,
you know what? It's like, you know what? It's like, yeah, you know what? Oh, okay, cool. Hulk's here. Cool. Control him.
That would be cool. Looking forward to a Hulk game where you could actually like do Hulk things and make others rage when you go against Hulk. That'd be nice.
Hey, Combat League does that to you.
It's full of Hulks.
Full of rage.
Rage, yes. A lot of rage because I tried my first was it like a comic league for first time and I won against a Scorpion player.
Did you just start playing Mortal Kombat, the MK11 game, or how long have you been going with it?
Well, I got it because like it came out, and then like I was playing off like here and there, but then like since I started watching you guys, I was like, yeah, you know what? Let's try like to put in like a little bit more thought and study into it. You know.
Yeah. How do you like it?
It's very different from 9 and then way back then and like it Sin's gonna really let you know this too. Ultimate MK3.
Nice.
Yeah, where like you know how like I think like Sub-Zero for UK M3 had like that long string just to do a 30-hit combo.
Dang.
Yeah, for only a 42% damage. Where like from 9 and up, it's like, okay, 3-button combination for a combo. Vastly way shorter.
Oh my gosh. And the timing too.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like timing is everything in a lot of these like the older games. Like you had to be so precise. Well, I didn't play them much, but that's what I hear too.
Mm-hmm.
Toes, how did you find the Blind FGC? Because I think like I like how I found them, but I've never really like asked anyone else how they found the Blind FGC. So how did you get to know of I guess us now?
Okay, well, like that. Okay, I tend like to meet people in weird ways, and I can't really explain it. Okay, I met like I think like you guys through Blind Boss here on YouTube. And on Twitch and TikTok. So yeah, like from her, I see you guys in the chat, And then, and she kept talking about you guys. So I was like, okay. And I think from her too is Kachanya too, because like I think I watched her streams for a bit. And then she was hosting like one of her events. So it's like, okay, cool. So then I kept like seeing you guys in like in her chat and boss's chat. And I
Shout out
think
to Boss.
Blind Boss.
Yeah, shout out to Boss. What a
Yeah.
great person.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, so that's how I looked into you guys.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because I pretty much the same thing here. Like I was listening to Blind Boss. I don't even know how I found out about Blind Boss, and then I ran into you. But for the Blind FGC, I was on Twitch like randomly on a random MK channel that was Outworld Television at the time. And then Rattlehead, who I didn't know at all, was playing Scorpion against a Spawn, if I'm not mistaken. And then Hot Rod mentioned Rattlehead and that he was from the Blind FGC, and I was like, my first thought, like I was offended because I just assumed that it was like a group calling themselves the Blind FGC without really being blind. And then I asked in chat, and then Sins was there, and Sins showed me the way. So like that's how I found the Blind FGC, and it honestly like I thought I was like the only blind person out there that was even trying to play video games, because I was that close minded at the time. I guess I never was a part of any blind community. So it's certainly interesting to find the Blind FGC, and very cool because I've met so many people through it.
No, yeah, because like I was more of on like the YouTube side, and then once my other friends like Blind Boss and then like a few others like were on like Twitch for a bit, then I found like, I didn't know that Twitch had a a lot of like the blind gamers.
Yeah.
Oh, and hey, Joker Alice, she's in the chat.
I saw them earlier. They were asking that they didn't know what the stream was about. So.
Like a Joker, my guests are Blurry Cito, Your Sins, and Captain Earshot, and this is about like the BFGC, so like the Blind Fighting Game Cock. So a fighting game community. Like Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Blaze Blue, Dead or Alive. All the fun like fighting games, but for blind or vision impaired players.
Yep.
Hopefully I summed it up like pretty well.
Yeah. Yep. You got it. You nailed it.
Danny Marie also out there. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Danny Marie?
Hey, Danny Marie. Hey, you say, hey, girl. Hey, don't forget to check out her on Twitch too. She dies in fun ways or falls off things.
Hey, that is the way.
Jesse, she was playing like funny thing about her. This is one of my favorites. She was playing Zelda Breath of the Wild the first time. She climbed up a was it like a mountain, and then like she was checking the map. And the thing about like Breath of the Wild, like you thought like like when you check the map, right, you won't like your character's not gonna walk, but instead, like while she's checking, the character was walking and woo off the mountain.
That's how I am when I play Destiny 2, because there's so many death drops, and it's just like I'm running around and whoop off the cliff, or I'm jumping around up off the cliff. Like that's my worst enemy in that game, just jumping off a cliff.
That's how I felt playing Halo with you guys. Like I played it like twice, and I was like, because I just kept like falling to my death, like over and over and over.
Yeah,
I was
dude,
like,
it sucks. I hate
do I
the
get to
death
kill
drops.
people?
Yeah.
Oh, it was great.
Yeah. Fun times.
I like when like some games will take that and run with it. So like after you die a few times, you'll discover like new character quotes, or they'll just say stuff. And you're just like, oh, that's new. You die enough times, you'll hear that one or something.
If you guys are familiar with the Wolfenstein series, when you go off a cliff, he would say, "Stupid way to die."
That's amazing. I love that.
Like a yes Joker. Like yeah. Like I was surprised too. Like there was a blind fighting game, like a community. Yeah, because like I didn't know, because like you know, like because like I didn't know about like the gaming side of Twitch for like the blind. Yeah, you know, I knew
Yeah,
more of like oh like your probably like these guys can attach to, like the typical blindy games.
yeah. The audio
Right.
games you're talking about, you speaking of?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
My question is because again, I found you guys, and it already was a thing. Where did this start, or like when and how? I feel like Captain and Sense would know this story because I just joined like
No.
a
Yeah.
year
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
you
Because
want to
like
take a stab at that, Captain, and then I'm
Um,
gonna capitalize.
yeah, I mean, I think like there's two parts to this. Like there's like sort of the competition side of how things got started. That's the C part in FGC. Also community, the community part. The I feel like I I'm trying to think back. For me, my introduction to all of this was when I first met Rattlehead, and he was playing Mortal Kombat X at the time, and he had his his uploads that he would do. But I think even before that, oh my gosh, if for anyone who hasn't checked it out, there is a like a half-hour video on YouTube of Rattlehead's participation at Evo in 2013, and it's literally like two like very prominent FGC fighting game community members on mic talking about like breaking down who Rattlehead is, or they're kind of learning about him in real time. They're watching him set up, and the video is 30 minutes long, but the matches last maybe 10 minutes. But like I'm sitting there for the first 20 minutes with like a racing heart. Like this is when I myself that that was sort of my Outworld television moment that Blind Versito shared a little while ago. For me, it was just kind of like, what? Well, who is this? How are they going to play? What's going to happen? And so that was kind of the first introduction for me to know that there was someone like at the big stage, kind of doing this thing.
oh, to note, like Evo is a big like a fighting game, like a tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like for well, like a like one of like the biggest like one I think, or one of them.
One of
So
the
I can't.
biggest, yeah.
Yeah. So it's one of the biggest, and it's like like all of it is like more of like the sighted players.
It's like the Comic-Con of video games.
Yeah.
Uh,
Or like
Yeah.
E3,
yeah, or trying to think of like
or like
yeah,
Morphicon
big
for Power Ranger
conventions.
fans too.
Morphicon. I'm trying to think of
No, really, there
non-video game
is
related
like there is a
examples.
Morphicon.
Like Super Bowl.
Yeah, the
That's what I was gonna
Bowl,
say. Yes.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, Cito, he projected that into my mind.
Okay, but
Yes,
yeah,
uh-huh.
just like that. So that I mean, to give you an idea, that was 20. The game came out in 2015. I didn't pick it up until a year later, so that was like 2016. And I found that video, and then I didn't have the courage to reach out to Rattlehead directly or anything like that. I thought he was not approachable, as in, just so my approach was just like the occasional, leave comments and just continue to watch the content. And I have a friend, Baron, who was pretty much more comfortable with that, just kind of saying what's up and reaching out and adding him on Xbox and just playing games. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll join you guys. So there we are playing like for an hour, and he's like, I don't know, he beat us maybe 10 times each in a row, and we're just going back and forth and like just like in awe of what he's able to do in that game and stuff. And I over time, like I continued to watch his videos. It wasn't until a year later since that stream that I went back, challenged him, and I was like, okay, I think I'm ready, and we were actually going pretty even after that, and I think that got his attention a little bit, to just like engage with our group, particularly the two of us, to just like, hey, we should play against some more. And I think from a group of three, I think it just continued to grow. At least from my recollection, it was basically, you know, so it just took somebody in my mind. It was Baron who like bridged us two together, and he like made it so that we're just, hey, let's keep talking to him. Let's like keep reaching out and just kind of being the glue. And then we just started being intentional that way with other people, and the group continued to grow over the years. We didn't really have like a like a I guess a designated space. We all just kind of rallied together in Xbox parties, or like like every time somebody went live on Twitch, you just kind of show up and be there. And if you couldn't be there, you check out the archive or watch the videos on YouTube and just kind of comment. And so that's kind of how it was for a while. And then I know one of the people that we came to meet during many of those streams was Sins. If you want to just like kind of jump in and kind of share like your experience there.
Yeah, so just to go back, like I would say the Blind FGC started with these guys. And just like with Captain, it was that 2013 video that led me to Rattlehead. And I was like just so amazed that this guy was in a pro level competition, going up against, these high level players. And before that, I was just scouring YouTube, like looking for blind players playing whatever. You know what I mean? Like first came in contact with like TJ streams, and then through TJ stream, Sightless was there, and I was like, who is this dude? This dude is funny. You know what I mean? So that's how I met Sightless. And he was playing MKX at the time. And I started trying to pick up MKX 5 months before MK11 came out. So, but just to rewind, after I, found out about Rattlehead, I found his YouTube channel, and I was just going through his channel, and then I seen these matches between him and Captain. I was like, who is this other guy? You know what I mean? And I was like, okay, I gotta find out, where they're doing these streams. And then that's how I came upon Rattlehead stream, and then seeing these guys just going at it, and just inspired me and motivated me to like get better with fighting games. Mm-hmm. And then it, like Captain was saying, it was a community before, it was labeled. And it just came out one day. It's like, oh, BFGC. We called it BFGC at the beginning, but then we came to find out that there's another BFGC, but it stood for Buffalo Fighting Game Community. And I was like, okay, there's just gonna be confusion there, so we need to like, change it. So we changed it to Blind FGC.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much how all this came about. But I really think that it started with those three guys, Rattle, Captain, and Baron, because they've been playing fighting games. I mean, I've been playing Mortal Kombat since MK1, but at that time I wasn't. Yeah, I'm dating myself. I know.
Trust me, man. Trust me. I was playing more of like a Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Okay.
Yeah, I played those too.
So,
the OG Killer Instinct on the NES, SNES.
Yep, the black cartridge.
Yep.
No, yeah, really, it was.
But yeah, but at the time, I had vision at that time, so
same here.
I can't claim anything regarding the Blind FGC. I think those three guys, they're basically the pioneers. It was a community before it became, Blind FGC.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to say, like, I have no doubt that maybe there were other, pockets of friends playing, maybe not necessarily online, but offline even, just like I had a few friends over, couldn't see who played games with me. So I'm not so like about sort of who gets to define what came first or whatever. It's more about just knowing that like it's an ongoing thing. And I think I'm more proud of what I'm doing to try and keep it alive rather than whatever I did to be credited with like starting something. So now, like, one of the things that we try to do to get people just to embrace it and be involved, is we have the Blind Gamers Hub Discord, where it's not just necessarily fighting games that go on there. We try to constantly learn about new games that people are discovering their own way to play and are sharing those ideas, those techniques with other players, and that's just really our way of putting something out there for everybody to just kind of come together in a common space and learn, how learn and share the way they play video games. So
Hey,
that's
drunk
like one thing
gamer.
Yeah, and I agree. I think everyone who's in this community created this community because it wouldn't be a community without them. So
Mhm.
I think everybody, created this community, the Blind FGC.
Yeah, and my question doesn't come from like claiming first or anything like that. It's just like I was legitimately
Mhm.
interested to see where it started, and just listening to you guys and seeing like the spider web kind of grow is crazy
Yeah.
to me, because like
Mhm.
I just didn't expect it to have started that way. And then it's just cool seeing how two people expanded to three, and then the three, like someone else finds it, and then that other person finds another person, and then
No,
a
yeah,
community
and
get
like
like
and like
grows
it's
out of
word
that.
by mouth,
Yeah.
Yeah.
word by mouth or stream or just
Like
Yeah.
I,
friends.
s- yeah, like I said, the community grew itself. The players came, and the players, everybody created the community basically.
Hmm.
Mhm.
And one thing I like to just like bring attention to as well is like, as we continue to welcome new people, people can check in and check out whenever they, because like RL is a thing, and just like video games for many people are just like an escape, or just trying to like find. Cito used this term during his stream earlier today, like their happy place, and just like knowing what brings them joy, and just like using that to create like really um, cool, like, yeah, just making a good, building an atmosphere out of it. And so that's another thing that as the group continues to grow and just kind of coexist with each other, that's another thing I like to see happen, because I get to learn from other people as well. Just my lane has always sort of been the occasional shooter that I like to watch, some that I'll download and try to play, just based off of sound, obviously. And then NRS fighting games is kind of where that's been my lane. But also, every time I hear of a new game, oh, there's this mod out for Hearthstone, there's this mod out for Hades, like I'll watch other players go at it and see like what the game is about. and
Mhm.
and for me, that brings me like a lot of like joy to see how we're coming along with these different mods that are available, and just seeing how other people like master those games,
Mhm.
and giving them that support, just watching and learning from them, because they're teaching me again. And I don't know, I like being in the learner's seat too,
No,
as well.
same here. Cause like when I got my Xbox, and then but then I was still doing research on like Twitch, just watching all the other blind gamers. I'm like, hey, wait a minute, blind people can play Gears 5. So this is where, like you said, right, like your own lane. So that's where I start off for like, more of like the uh regular like a console gaming, and like I poured like a lot of hours into surprisingly Gears 5, because I didn't know that like that a blind person, especially for Gears of War, okay, could play a horde mode. Yeah, just like just shooting and chainsawing things.
Yeah.
That was very surprising. And like for the accessibility, okay, just like the auto aim, and then all all we had to do, okay, is just like still the usual thing, just line up the like the sounds.
Yep.
Yeah.
And thank you, Toes, for showing me the ropes. I mean, I've been a Gears head since Gears 1,
Hmm.
but I didn't totally dive into Gears 5 and learning everything. But you showed me the other intricate things with the cards and everything. So it made it even more fun to play.
Yeah, because like I was surprised that like you guys didn't know. Because like I did a lot of research. I watching videos and everything else. I'm like, wait, there are cards in this. Oh, and these cards do this. Oh, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, that and also watching like a Sightless Combat and Shasters play too.
Yeah.
Two very way better Gears players than me.
Toes is being humble.
I am being humble. It's the
Toes,
truth.
Toes, Toes be over there getting headshots like crazy. Like
I'm decent.
this man be pulling up the clutch rounds and everything.
It's decent. I'm decent at it. Well, come on. Your Blade Master's getting better, okay?
I try.
Yeah. Yeah. He's getting better. Well, come on. It's not like our friend like Rado. Remember when we did a 50 wave? Homeboy, sorry, Rado. He didn't have no cards, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
The
I had to
struggle
out you,
was
man.
real.
Sorry, man.
Like you were saying, it's interesting for me to see, like, at least again for me, I started with Mortal Kombat, I guess Black Ops, because I had enough vision to play the game. Because I
Black
remember back
Ops?
when,
Wow.
I used to play that game a lot when I had like most of my vision, well, all of my vision, and then I lost it, so I could still remember the map.
Mhm.
And then Mortal Kombat, which is a game that, again, not necessarily accessible, but we
Mhm.
kind of make it like work, and then expanding from there to a game like Gears 5 or Halo, well, Halo-ish, or like
Yeah, Halo.
Hearthstone, where they're games that shouldn't, like, we wouldn't be able to play, but then you have those accessibility features in there that actually make it
Yeah, I like it. Thanks to Guy Def for making the mod.
right. It's, I don't know, it's interesting going from games that we kind of like just make it work to games
Mhm.
that actually have accessibility now, and it's expanding. God of War is coming out, and it sounds promising. I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Yep. Uh,
Um.
I I definitely heard like that too. Cause like, but then, uh, it's still not gonna make me still want to buy a PS5.
Right. I might get it on PC. I might get it on
I
PC, even if
I
I
will.
hate it.
I still will encourage anyone, if they can get a PS5, get a PS5, because
Mhm.
the screen reader is much more accessible than it is on the PS4
You
in
mean
that
a
nature.
screen reader ish for the four?
Yeah, yeah, that is. That thing only reads like 40% of the stuff on the console. So, but
Mhm.
hey, we still work around it.
Mhm.
But what was that? I
Hey,
was gonna say something else.
unlike the classic techniques work, it still work. Just memorizing things.
Exactly.
Compared to PS4, it's still way better.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but I was gonna say, and Captain could piggyback on this. If you guys have not tried Resident Evil 6, it's very accessible. It may not have like text to speech to read through the menus, but there's the workaround for that. You just memorize the menus, which isn't too hard. But once you get in game, it is totally accessible. And Captain could probably elaborate more on that, because we have a lot of fun playing Resident Evil 6, and we would enjoy to have more players jump in there.
Yeah, I mean, well, coming from a completely biased standpoint, I'll just admit that up front. Like that game, just for context, like it's like 10 years old this year in October, so it's been out a while. It's been ported over to several different consoles and to the latest consoles as well, which makes me happy that it's still out there and people can choose to play it if they like. It's on sale like every other month as well, which is nice. So
Yeah.
people are not even paying like the extended retail price that has gone down to $20. It goes on sale for like
Eight
seven,
bucks.
$8 every
Yeah,
other month.
yeah. Because like when I heard from like these guys, I was like, wait, really $8? So I waited a couple of days and I rechecked the Microsoft Store on the Xbox. And I'm like, wait, oh damn, it is $8.
Yeah, and I mean, just to say that a lot of, well, and again, some of the things I know about the game are just from having played it at least as long, 9 out of those 10 years that it's been out, is that um, I I really do think it's one of the few games that was ahead of its time in terms of the features that it introduced for being able to play shooter games by sound, because it utilized a lot of those like waypoint features. It has the lock on or aim assist things that are now popular, sort of like the go-to standard things to wish for in shooting games.
Yeah,
Um,
in like the third person shooters.
right. Um, and then I just the ability to kind of map out some of the the different areas that you visit is also in many ways it's possible between using your waypoints and using like there's a nice detail in that game where every time your character bumps into something there's like an effort noise, an effort sound, and then there's also a pivot you can use, like you can push off of obstacles to like reorient your character, which is also nice. So just little things like that from again a game that every chance I get to talk to folks about it. I mean, everybody on this call, I think, except for maybe Blind Toes, has actually tried the game out at this point, and so I yeah, I'm that's a little detail I'm happy about. Because it's product of conversations with each one of these guys, telling them like, hey, just give it a try, see what you think. I don't know Larry Cito, when you were playing it at one point, like, what were your thoughts?
It was that thing again where I couldn't really believe it. I was like, yeah, you say it's accessible, but let's see.
Mm.
And then I got into it, and it's like actually you can play it. It's accessible, and it's again, my mind was just in a bubble before, and now it's like it's being burst, and like I'm able to see these things now, and it's like you're saying, it's something that wasn't even on purpose for blind people, but ended up being like pretty much a foundation to what you find in accessibility games today. It's incredible to see where stuff like that started, and again, not even purposely. A great game, by the way, too. It's so fun and something different, because if you're someone like me who was just used to just playing Mortal Kombat or just playing Black Ops in that one map, going to something that's completely different and out of that box, it's really eye-opening, like to see, holy crap, I can play other games that are not necessarily like labeled as accessible, but I can make it work. Interesting.
Hey, the zombie bites everything. Hey.
Hey, I want to reply to a comment Joker said. That's a fair point, Joker.
Mm-hmm.
The whole why buy a console when you can play it on PC. Well, my thing is, play where your friends are, because if you go to a platform where you don't have friends to play with, but I mean, you don't necessarily have to, but if you enjoy playing games with your friends, I would stay on that platform so that you can enjoy playing with your friends. Unless
Mhm.
you're just a solo player, then hey, it's all good.
Right. If there's no actual need for you to get a console, then there's no need. But
Yeah. Yeah.
eventually,
Yep.
fighting games, like in my case, are gonna move to PS5 and not necessarily like be crossplay with PC. So I might have to get one.
Well, like for
But
me,
yeah.
it's like I do have PC and a console, but for me, since I'm more of a old school like gamer, I more prefer the console, because like sitting in front of my computer feels like truthfully like work.
Yeah.
Like turn it on, turn on the monitor, wait it, let's
Yeah.
turn on. But then like you go to a console like PS or Xbox, just sit there, just turn on the Xbox and then real quick the TV, and that's it. Like the
Plug and
console's
play.
on, yeah, yeah. But like Sins and like Aceto says, like just pick like where you want to play, or your friends, because like there is no one way to play.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's someone in chat talking about The Last of Us Part 2. So of course, like a very like an optimized game for like a game that was like optimized for
Hey,
us.
Waylay Saber.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, I have bought The Last of Us 2, but then like since the PS4 is in the living room, I don't even know like because like it's a whole different setup like out there. So I'm like, well, at least I bought the game and like supported it. So
Right.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. Toes, you're on PlayStation, bro, and we're not friends on there. Come on,
No, no, no,
man.
no. Like that's not my PlayStation.
Oh,
That's the family's PlayStation, not mine.
oh, I got you. I got you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know. Okay,
Definitely. If you get a PlayStation, bro, you got to hit me up.
I know. But then like I'm still on the fence if I want to buy another console because like I have the Xbox already too. So yeah.
Yo, corrupted site.
Yep.
There's Wally in the
Welcome.
chat.
Ah, okay.
Oh, there you go.
So yeah, I like because like even I was surprised at how accessible was The Last of Us 2. Like watching Sightless, Super Blind Man, and then I think like Cito, no, like Rado was playing it for like a while too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
I have the attention span of a squirrel, so like a lot of games like that one and Resident Evil 6, like I start to play them and then I just never finish them. I probably like end up watching a video on it or something.
trust me, trust me. Since I didn't really play 6, I just like went on a binge of watching like the remake of RE2, RE3, and then 7, and then 8.
No.
Sorry, like I didn't really like the story of 5. I watched the playthrough of 5 and I was like, yeah, okay, I'm good.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It happens.
Yeah.
I have yet to finish 6.
Well, I will just put an open invitation out there to all of y'all on this call that if you have pending chapters in campaign in Resident Evil 6 ever, you let me know and we'll set something up.
You carry me
I'll
through,
do-
I'm down.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Be there.
Yeah.
And
I
be the
am all
experience.
for it. Yes, yes. We'll have
Well, we got to
we'll
finish,
make it work. That's
Captain.
all you
What you
need.
started.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, all you need in the game is patience. And
Yeah.
when I say patience, it's just because of the nature of just like RNG. Like things will happen that you're like, oh yeah, that wasn't meant to be. Let's restart. Okay, we're
Mhm.
restarting. But we'll eventually make it through. Like that game will let you make progress. So it's just a matter of hanging on. Hanging on, like you said, just like for the experience. So
Yeah.
I think we we can do something about that.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Sins.
Yes.
You know what? I'm curious on how much of a yelling and reaction Cito and Captain will get if they play Gears with us, especially Jingo Jubies.
Oh my god.
I've been trying to drag Captain into Gears. He likes watching. And Cito, I believe Cito played maybe once or twice.
I have the game. I just can't get it to talk to me.
Oh, you talking about the transcription?
Right.
Okay, we'll talk, bro. I'll help you with
It's on
that.
PC too. I don't know.
No. For PC, I think you would have to actually turn on narrator.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, because like I know it doesn't work with NVDA.
That's. I mean, it's fine, but that sucks. I might have to try that.
Yeah. Yeah, because like for PC side, you would need the Xbox companion app. That's where like you turn on. Or was it since the was it like the read for me, right? It's like a little checkbox.
Oh yeah. In the access thing, in those settings.
Yeah, it's in the settings, and then also like it's a separate app, like the Xbox companion app.
I think I
Yeah.
have it.
Yeah, it's a checkbox that's like something read off for me or something, because like it's the same thing on like the Xbox side where like it's in like the accessibility menus recents. It's like deep in there.
Okay. I'm gonna have to look into it because I've always liked the idea of Gears. I was never good at it when I could play it, like when I had vision. So like now that I could try again, I'm down. It was just not working for me.
Just like get okay. When I first booted up and tried the multiplayer, you know what I did by accident? I basically put in a match by myself, a private match, right? But then I accidentally did not have no bots at all to help me out. It was just me.
Oh no.
Okay, I played it and then I'm like, wait, where are all the bots? Why am I dying? That's what I did. Yeah, that's what I did for the first couple times. And then I went, oh, yeah.
Can we talk about something that's in chat? Because like I'm interested
Yeah,
about
you
this.
can.
'Cause I've heard it before. They're saying that they don't like. Wait, let me. Yeah, that they didn't f up the story for The Last of Us Part Two. That it went from a good series to a dumpster fire.
Uh,
What are your thoughts on that? If you know the stories of both games, because I think The Last of
I
Us Part Two has a great story.
I haven't. I think I probably watched like probably like maybe a quarter of the game, maybe half. So I can't really say. So I think like you guys would know more.
I don't know if I really want to touch this subject
Really? Okay.
because
Yeah.
okay, because in my opinion, I say the first one was story wise was the best,
Yeah, because like
and the
I watched
way
the whole
they
playthrough of that already. So yeah, I agree.
yeah, and the way they did the character arcs in the second one, it just didn't. I see what they were going for, but I think the execution, the way they did it, that's what didn't work. But everyone's gonna have a different opinion on that.
Yeah,
That's
because
just
like
mine.
because like it's more or less of okay, this looks good on paper, but then sometimes the execution doesn't fall. I think it follow through.
Yeah, it's
But
just the
then,
way they introduced the characters, and
hmm
it didn't flow right,
hmm
and that's why a lot of people ended up not liking the story for the second one. Gameplay wise, it's top notch. The accessibility is great. But it's just the way they went about writing the characters in and all of that.
I don't claim that this story is better than the first one,
hmm
and
Hmm.
it's maybe it's not. Maybe there's two things that could be happening. Maybe it's just not too in your face, or maybe I'm looking way too much into it. I like that it's like you have two people wanting to kill each other because one person like killed the other person's like important member of the family or like
Yeah.
important member, and it's like you I don't know. It's weird how they make you feel like one of them is the bad guy when they're both doing the same thing in their
yeah,
perspective.
because like it,
Exactly.
yeah, because like it's mostly like a revenge, like
Right.
Yeah.
mhm.
It's literally like a cycle, but at the end they kind of just spoiler alert.
But
Yeah.
Trust me, okay, trust
but,
me. Like
but
every time I do streams, there is well, I forgot to do a spoiler warning, but oh well, here it is now. So you will be spoiled for games. So
I'm trying my best not to spoil
Yeah.
anything.
no,
But
don't worry. Like trust me, since like YouTube, come on, people have probably watched it already. So
yeah.
spoil all, you- all you want.
Yeah, so I was in Cito's streams every time he was streaming The Last of Us Part 2. And mm, there was parts where Cito was really like grieving because the stuff that they were making him do,
Mm-hmm.
hmm
because of certain character. And it's like, and
Oh
that's
yeah,
one of the
yeah.
things. That's one of the things. It's like, why you make this character do this heinous thing? And
hmm
and you can't avoid it.
hmm
And it's like, but then the other character, it's like all sunshine and rainbows. And it's like, oh yeah, I love the dogs, but the other person is like, no. It's like do or die. And it's like, and Cito, he was just struggling with it. He's like, can I not right now? You know what I'm talking about, right, Cito?
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Bear.
like the like
Oh, bear.
it's like those game moments where like you're like, I don't want to do this. I just
Right.
don't.
Exactly.
It's like
Exactly.
it's like I am not in the right frame of mind right now. So
Oh,
yeah, yeah. Like that's the thing about games. Like they bring you into a just a whole nother world. Like either like your own world or just like a world where like it will get you like emotionally too.
Um,
Hmm.
I think what they were going for was like, let's take for instance The Walking Dead, and I hope people in this chat and in this call have seen The Walking Dead. But anyway,
I only seen up to season 5. After that, I'm like, it kind of just like put me off after season 5.
okay, well, it's not going to really be any spoilers, but
Who cares?
it
Like
could be said. It could be said. Okay, so you have a Rick's group, right? And they're going through this zombie apocalypse, and they'll come across uh some rival group, and this rival group, they look so evil. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
they'll kill one of the Rick's members, this and that, and it's like who's the bad guy? Because whose perspective are you looking at from? We're looking at that from Rick's perspective, and it's like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
Rick and his group is the good guys, but
Mm-hmm.
then they do stuff almost as bad as what the bad guys do. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
who's the bad guy? And I think that's what they were going for in The Last of Us Part Two,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it was kind of poorly executed the way they did it.
That's, that's fair. But I do
Mm-hmm.
agree
It
with
is.
something like that. It's definitely who's the bad guy. Like if you're like depending on what point you're looking at it from.
Exactly,
Mm-hmm.
because they're both doing the same exact thing.
Mm-hmm. I
Yep.
think they're both great, and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I understand how one can be viewed as a better story, and I get it.
Yeah,
I get it,
Mhm.
and I hope they make it. I get it. I think it is going to be accessible when they do the
Like the remake.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I've heard. I
Yep. Me
mean,
same here.
they've said it, and I think they have a list of accessibility options on the website. I forgot who
Ooh.
posted the link on Twitter, but yeah, it's out there.
Okay. Well,
So we'll learn
but
more
still,
close to
like,
the release.
but still, a PS5 is still hard to find, even though you can find a X and S much faster.
Yeah,
Even though by 2025, Sony says like they're gonna phase out the PS4.
Yeah, they're probably moving on to the PS6 anyways. So by then,
no, nah, they're gonna have a PS5 Pro before they come out the PS6.
Or a Slim,
Yep, that too.
because like another is the digital version.
yeah, but that's I mean, you can make it smaller.
You make it smaller, you got to take stuff out. I
Mm.
don't advise getting a slim tip for anyone.
All right. Well, I got the S and like works for me.
Hey, to each his own, his or her own,
Hey
whoever,
man,
you know.
budget wise, okay, come on. X is like what $500, and like the S is like $300, man. Okay,
Yeah,
so
it's ridiculous.
yeah, okay, so yeah, so like, if you're on the budget, man, hey, you know, you gotta do
Yep,
what you gotta do, you know.
yep.
That and but then like comparing prices, the X oh, wait no, the PlayStation Plus whatever top tier is like $18.
That dude, don't get me started on that either, bro.
That's what when like when but the event like Game Pass is like $14.
Bro, I'll just go back to what Joker's comment was. You
Yeah.
know, why get a console where you can get a PC and then download an emulator? You can play all those games. I
Fair
don't
enough.
promote piracy. No, no piracy. Get that straight. No piracy at all. But if you own the game, you can play it on your PC through an emulator.
Sorry. No, it's true. It's true. Actually, like you can even do that even for like a Switch too.
But see, here's what gets me about this whole PlayStation's new tiered
Mhm.
subscription that they have. Most of those games that's on that top tier to stream through PlayStation Now or whatever, the PS1, PS2, PS3. Most of those games I have it in my closet in discs on discs.
Mhm.
So I got to pay a subscription to play the digital version of the game. Why, you know, that's what gets me.
Mhm.
But I feel like with Game Pass when it first came out, like I feel like you have to not give it a chance, but give it time, see what it turns into. Because maybe right now it's just not the best thing, but eventually it might turn into something. I do agree that if you have the disc, and I have, and
Mhm.
I don't know, I feel like you should be playing, be able to play something you have the disc. I don't care what console it is.
Oh.
They have the
Well,
capacity to make it happen, you know.
the PlayStation and Xbox, their services are two different things.
Mhm.
Game Pass is a deal. It's a deal. You pay $10 a month and you have access to over 250 plus games, and you just download it, play it, get your achievements and whatnot, beat the game, delete
Or
it,
like or
move
like
on
the
to the
Game
next thing.
Pass like Ultimate. Like you can have like your console and like PC too for like the Xbox side.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
oh, and here's the difference also with Xbox. If
Mhm.
you have the disc, you put the disc in your console on
Mhm.
Xbox, and you have to download the digital version of the game basically, but
Mhm.
that disc has to be in there if you want to play it.
Mhm.
It's not like that with Sony. Like
Mhm.
you literally have to pay the subscription, download the game, and play it,
Mhm.
even if you own the disc. Like
Mhm.
But my
I
my
don't know.
thing is like did that's this like, and I don't know.
Oh,
I'm
and
just guessing. Did
hey,
Game Pass start
I
like
like a
that?
blindside blue.
Yo, Sublind site. What was that, Cito?
Did Game Pass start like all like that with access to all of that, or did it take time? Because that's what I'm saying. Like maybe we need to give Sony some time.
Well, that's
And
what
Okay.
I'm
again,
doing.
I don't have a fucking I don't have
No, okay, okay.
a preference because I don't have either or.
Like the PlayStation Plus, yeah, that's starting right now. Where like the Xbox Game Pass, they had it since like
Day
well it
one.
was, yeah, because like since like the Xbox Live, well with Xbox Live, and then the year after, then like they started like the whole I like a Game Pass thing.
Yep.
Yeah, because remember that big old Xbox One, though, the big old black one, man. So yeah, and it was heavy to carry home too, because like
For me, the the PlayStation what extra and Premiere or whatever they call it, it's not a value for me. If it's a
mhm,
value for anyone out there, uh, hey, have at it.
mhm,
It's you know, but for me, it's not a value.
mhm.
Personally, I play like 3 games, made like at once. I can't play more than that. For some reason, that's just my brain. That's all it can handle. So, service like that just doesn't make sense for me. But again, it might for like someone else. I don't know.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What? Someone said something huge here.
Hmm.
Yeah. Someone's
No,
speaking on the emulator, and
no, yeah, like Joker, yeah, because like she said like her brother had like a emulator on his computer that let him play, like the Pokemon games and like the Japanese games.
yep.
No, yeah, like even now, it, emulators are big now too.
I love the
Now I
Pokemon games growing up. Sorry, just had to throw
no,
that
go
in there.
ahead.
No, yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Uh,
they were fun. Because they have like a grid style
Hmm.
explorer vibe to them. So when you're moving around, like I played them on the handheld devices. So like when you're moving around, um, you like every time your character bumps, like there's like a little boom sound, and you're like, oh, okay, cool. Like can no longer advance in that direction. And then eventually when you get like when you travel in between areas, the music will like crossfade, and you're okay, now I know I'm in a new place, and stuff like that. It's just really nice to play RPGs like that and be able to like actually map out areas in my head and just be like, it's to go to the next place, it's generally to my left, and just kind of just trail. I use a cane, so for me it was like every time you kind of trace along a wall in an RPG, a Pokemon RPG, it's literally like, for me, it was just like using a cane, like you're trailing the
Hmm.
side of where,
yeah.
whatever place you're standing next to. And yeah, I always tried playing those games that way with very good success.
Nice.
Hmm.
I want to add that I don't know the prices off the top of my head with the PlayStation subscription, but if you look at it on paper, it is cheaper than Xbox's service with the Game Pass and Game Pass Ultimate.
No, no, okay, yeah.
Hmm.
Like for like the like you say like the highest tier, right? For the Xbox side, right? Like the Ultimate,
Uh-huh.
it's like
Yeah.
$14. The highest tier for the PlayStation side, because like I did look it up. It's $18.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I stand corrected because I watched the video and
$4
the
you
guy
can
was
get a
doing all
taco
the
with
price
that.
breakdown.
Mhm.
What's that, Cito?
That's $4. You can get a taco with that.
Exactly, Hank.
It's
But
not
like,
just one taco. It's one taco a month too.
yeah, but
It
again,
adds up.
yeah, it
Mhm.
adds up. But like depending on the gamer, uh, like are you more comfortable playing with paying $14 a month, or close to like a $20 a month? So like roughly.
I say, what if the value is worth it to you, then go
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah. Yeah, because like we all can hear say this and that, but
Yeah,
like it really does depend on yourself.
exactly.
Because heck, man, I might have luck into like a PS5, and you know what? Would drop the $18 right there, like like the next month or something like that. Yeah.
Yo,
But
I
Toast
first,
is
noticed
rolling in the
Toast.
dough.
Yeah,
no, I'm not.
yeah,
No, I'm
he
not.
really
No, I'm
is.
not.
He really is.
No, I'm not.
Oh,
I just
I asked him
support.
to be my
Okay.
sugar daddy, and he denied. But it's
No,
cool.
I just only support the like the BFGC. Okay.
Yeah, I see
um,
Toast. He be throwing out those bits.
No,
yeah,
I'm not.
yeah. Let's
No,
cheer
true
once.
talk though. Yeah, we do. I think all of us here can agree with this, that we appreciate your support that you've been giving over. I mean, ever since the monthlies have been going on, um, for just like popping in and like just financially, like straight up just giving up.
That's
You
awesome.
know, yeah, $20 here,
Yep.
$50 there. Every chance that you get, that goes a long way towards making these like things happen. You and many others who have taken the time to be generous with their resources, that lets these type of things come around, and yeah, like
Oh, wait, okay. Since like that's come out. Okay, I have like two thoughts right now. Okay. Okay. One is okay. For me is like the more like the more the pot is. Okay. Like my only guess is the better that these guys fight. Okay. So that's mine. But then like the other thing, the second question is, I'm curious. Okay. Like once you guys hear like you say like the pot like going up, does it make you guys want to like compete more?
It definitely works. Like helps with the hype because it's like, oh god, there's like I'm fighting for more than what I was fighting before. It definitely
Yeah,
helps.
I
And
agree.
just like feeling like as both someone that has played in competitions and someone that has hosted one, like on both sides. As a player, it helps,
Mm-hmm.
and as a host, it's like, oh god, like people are supporting this. Like I want to
Mm-hmm.
make it happen more.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how about what Captain and Sins feel on their side.
You want to go for that one, Captain?
yeah, I mean, I agree with what you're saying, Cito. Like for me, I already see my opponent as the probably just, and this is probably because I'm way more competitive than I should probably be, but I see my opponent as my number one reason to give it my all, and then anything on top of that is extra motivation for me. So yeah, like I see, yeah, like when I think about, okay, oh dang, the stakes just got higher, like yeah, that'll definitely make me try extra hard. um and then as a host, like I just I'm just glad that we can work together, bring the show for people, and that they would want to contribute to it. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I have to agree with Cito and Captain. Like, we're playing, and it's like it makes you want to play harder and win and do better. And from the host point of view, I just appreciate people just showing up in the chat. Like that right there is worth more than money to me. I just like seeing people in the chat and engaging and enjoying, what these players are bringing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like I remember one time, because like I think it was like Katanya's uh like one thing, because like I was so curious because like that's why like I asked the question though, because I remember one time I think the pot went all the way up to like 250.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
I
like I
think
was
that was
curious.
I think that was when Captain was playing, I believe, or was it when who won that 250? I can't remember.
I don't know, but isn't it insane?
Wait, it was you, Cito.
I don't remember, but
I think it was you because you won back almost back to back because I think the next week the next month you couldn't play and then
yeah.
the
He's that
following month
good, bro.
yeah,
Eh,
yeah. And I have to say, both of these guys here, I can't beat. I can't beat neither one of these guys.
that's debatable.
Hey, I
You
only
have
beat you
to
when you were
be
kind
fun.
of drunk on
I mean,
smoke
that counts.
stream.
Damn it.
No,
I
that
was
don't
gonna
count, bro.
say get your wins or you can get them.
No,
Like,
Joker.
come
No.
on.
Okay. That's not a thing. Okay.
I'm not
Please don't
applying.
spread that. No.
Sins has beaten me and fatality me before. This is the thing. It's happened. I lose.
Wait, who?
I lose. You.
I fatality you? What? Wait.
I'm just
Damn.
saying that I lose games to Sins. That's all I'm saying. I've lost.
Dang,
to Sins.
was I that toxic? What-
No, you were just hype. You beat me and you got me.
Oh, I think I might have like pressed some buttons and the easy fatality
You
token
thought
was
the game
used.
was still going.
Just
Yeah.
trying to take it back now.
But
Oh,
yeah, no, I think like to the point about like keeping all this stuff alive, I just wanted to make sure we talked a little bit about the things that everybody in the community is doing right now to just like keep the spirit of competition alive. Um, just I know I think just last week we had T Blaze run his Sunday Night Fights event, which produced him the qualifiers for his tournament that he's going to be hosting amongst 4 different players. So that was super cool to watch. And then the week before that, we had finished our Con of the Hill series that ran sort of for the 10 weeks and had different players go against each other. And then we've got Cito doing the Hearthstone tournament, which, oh my gosh, that was record breaking. Y'all got all the signups in like less than 2 hours.
yep.
Super awesome to see.
That's crazy.
Well,
That happened.
I like it barely 2 hours too, because like I was like just
Yeah.
on my phone, like wait. Then all of a sudden I hear smokes on like Discord. Oh wait, no, Cito going 16. Now we need like 2 subs.
And of course the Sentinel Showdown tournament, which is also coming up. So all these things together, I feel like are giving players from all backgrounds, different like masteries of their own games that they like to play a chance to get involved. And where previously it was like the whole idea of being competitive, at least for me, was always seen as a like a bad thing because you're like, no, you've I grew up in a household where like the disability was sort of at the forefront. It's like every time someone with a disability is like being competitive, they're making themselves vulnerable. Like if you're a kid and you think you can play tag and the kid who wants to be smart with you runs away and you can't catch up to him because now you don't know where he went because it's loud out there. Like in my very like formative years or like that were a lot of simple examples of like how being competitive with a visual disability, being completely blind, just sort of led to me reaching like a glass ceiling of like, okay, I can't, like this is as far as I can go. A lot of that is being redefined now with all these different opportunities. You're like coming out, you're like actually showing that you can like be pit against the best. And like me, I've discovered over time that like I like going even against Cito. Like this is somebody I like to like bump heads with and like play against, and like just discovering like who keeps you in the game, who keeps you motivated. And I've told you this, myself. It's like I think that's a good thing. Like having a good like competitive nature and discovering who puts you in that zone. For me, at least, it helps me think of how else I can bring that feeling to others, and it gets your tournament organizer gears grinding, and that's the result. You get the result. These different events that go on.
Oh, and on the Sentinel Showdown note, hey, you know what? I got permission to play the trailer for season 3.
Hey.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do it right now. Let me. No.
They get to hear your dulcet tones, Sins.
Yep.
That's not me.
Mm-hmm. Share screen.
We're
Nope.
doing this. We're doing this.
Oh, wait.
And Cito has his King of Combat,
Yeah.
right? Cito, is that what it's King of Combat, right?
Ah, here's
Yeah,
tab.
I have questions for after the trailer plays, if that's okay with Toast, because I do
No, no,
have
yeah,
questions about
yeah,
Central
yeah.
Showdown since we're on
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Don't. I got you. Okay, where is that at?
Don't forget to hydrate because it is hot today.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Okay. That's
I'm really
here's.
curious about the application that I need to fill out for Toast to be my sugar daddy.
No.
Joker said something about applying somewhere in chat, and I'm curious. All right.
Oh, here's.
Hey, let's go.
All right.
30 years of combat.
Scorpion breathes fire on Johnny Cage, burning him to a crisp.
Ugh.
Zero shatters Scorpion's upper body with a member cut. Scorpion transforms into a penguin.
A timeless conquest continues.
Kenshi performs a series of punches and blade strikes against Sub-Zero.
Witness as blind and visually impaired players showcase their prowess.
Kenshi battles against Kano. He pulverizes him using slashes from his sword, Sento, and his telekinetic powers.
More action, more prizes, more players.
The blind swordsman defeats an onslaught of warriors.
For the first time,
Kenshi uses telekinesis to levitate Raiden. Sento spins like a propeller nearby. Cut to black. Mortal Kombat 11 fighters appear.
held exclusively on PlayStation.
Scorpion impales Sub-Zero with his kunai. He lands behind him, wrapping the chain around his body. He appears in front of him again and slices him in half.
The Sento Showdown Season 3. Saturday, July 9th and Sunday, July 10th. North America only. They're limitless. Keep up to date. Twitter at Sento Showdown. YouTube, OBSKH Rattlehead. Join our Discord. Link on Twitter. Hashtag Sento Showdown. Hashtag They're Limitless. Con of the Hill series. Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on twitch.tv/OBS Rattlehead. Saturdays at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time on twitch.tv/YourSins. Credits brought to you by the Sento Showdown team. Edited by TQT. Written by Blindside Blue. Music provided by Distartica. Closed captioning provided by Rev. Voiceover by Your Sins. Audio description provided by Captain Earshot.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Those are always a lot of fun to put together. I feel like each year this is the second year we did a trailer for the first one, yeah. So
Yeah.
for the third year. So there's like a little bit of things we learn from each project, and then we just try to see how to improve off the next one. And I mean, kudos to Blindside to even just imagine a lot of these things from scratch and just like think how to put them together. TQT, like he's kept it like super faithful to the script that Blindside puts together for him. And so like everything you hear and like that scene is just like in his brain, like he like imagines it. So I'm just like, damn, like I think it's always a lot of fun just to like play around. This was the first year I get to I had a chance to do audio description, and so
Mhm.
I had fun learning about how that works, because like for me, like I've always listened to audio description when I watch Marvel or just
Mhm.
any show or whatever, and I never think about what it takes to go into that mind space and write for it, and yeah, so that was a learning experience, even though it's something I've depended on to get into shows myself. So
Yeah.
you get to be
Oh,
on the other side of it.
and real quick to answer Cito's question, there's no such thing as a toes harem. Okay, my co-host, my lovely co-hosts, love to tease me about it, but there's no such thing.
Are
There's
you
no application.
okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. There's,
Okay.
okay. So yeah,
Just needed to make sure.
believe me or like believe them. Okay. So okay. Yeah. Okay. So there's no such thing. What? It sounds like you guys don't believe me, huh?
What? No, you know.
No.
Damn.
So with the Sento Showdown coming pretty soon, and this being the third one, and again bouncing off of what Captain was saying, where there's other opportunities now to compete in different levels, I guess, or different scenarios. It's different. All right. How do you make a Sento Showdown happen
Hmm.
3 years ago?
Yeah, because like I was curious about that too. So yeah.
Yeah, Sins. I feel like Sins has a pretty good like history grasp on how that conversation started, because I didn't join into that idea until much later. So yeah, I don't know if you want to speak to that.
Uh-oh.
I don't think he does.
Sin? Wait, let me check if
Is he here?
he accidentally pinged himself out.
Also, Joker is saying that you're lying, so
I'm not lying.
I'm just throwing that out there. I
Fine, Cito, believe her. Fine, man. Sheesh. Don't believe me. It's the truth.
Did we lose Sins?
No,
I see
no,
him in the car.
no. He's still here. He's still
okay.
here.
Yeah, he might just be working on his mic. But basically, I'll share what I know.
Mhm.
Just to kind of take a stab at that. I remember kind of just seeing a tweet on. Actually, this is literally, it's like giving me 50 Shades of Your Hearthstone tournament like vibes, because it started innocently enough with just a tweet. It was the Sightless one who had put something on Twitter, who's just like, how cool would it be if there was just I don't even know if he said BFGC at the time or Blind FGC, but just said a tournament for blind players and then a whole bunch of people just started replying to it. One of them was Rattlehead, I think, and then somebody else was like, I'll donate an Xbox if it happens. It was just a bunch of really hype, like people like thinking about the idea, and I think that's how that's in my mind, that's how it got started. It was like just an idea that had got published. Somebody must have certainly brought it up, with Sightless, or he maybe, just kind of bounced it off, together with those, like Sins. I know Sins is and Sightless are pretty close, like they talk and stuff. So I have no doubt that, they, probably had conversations and stuff. And that's kind of why I was like getting him to maybe share a little bit about that. I feel like they probably have a lot of these ideas just like going around in their conversations and stuff. So I think that was like early enough in the year 2020, and we were all home, right? There was like nothing going on, and just trying to make the most of video games really as an escape during the pandemic. And so I think those conversations just started taking place right around the beginning of that year. And so we have no, I mean, no experience in what it means to run a tournament or anything like that at that time. And it's just like, okay, what does it take? Like, what are we even going to give out? Like, who are we going to, get involved? Like, who's even going to want to play? Like, and there's just a lot of stuff that, for me, it kept me up at night thinking of, and just wild times at night thinking about, like, okay, what's, like, how do we make this happen? But I think it was nice to be able to, like, count on just different folks who jumped on board with the idea, whether it was somebody who said, yeah, I'll play.
Since just use the same link. Okay, there you go.
Oh, is Sin's in the chat?
Yeah, he was saying that he couldn't hear us anymore.
Oops.
There you go.
Okay.
I don't know what happened.
There you are.
Welcome back.
thank you.
Sometimes that happens. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like you're good.
Yeah, no, I want to tag you in about the Sins, but just kind of like talking about how the idea of the Central Showdown got started, and yeah, I think for me it was definitely like, it helped knowing that there would be more people involved in putting it together, because I don't think I would have been able to do that by myself, right? So I just thought, like, it takes time to imagine something from scratch, and sometimes you need a second brain to be able to get there. Like, it helps you, like, think about stuff that's maybe not even on your mind at the time. And so yeah, since for me, like, he was one of the guys on that team that helps envision things and help plan and like keeps us focused. And yeah, I think definitely having him, like, just, you hear him on the trailer, right, doing the descriptions, but that's not all he does. Like, like, we've all over time, we've all just, like, developed skills that we use to help contribute to putting our work together. Like, he's been super helpful with, like, a lot of the editing that we do for our projects. He does the voiceover stuff, and like Blindside, he's our creator. Like, he, like, writes stuff and just, like, puts a lot of our ideas on paper and makes them, like, flow nicely. And like, Baron's our QA, like, go-to person. He will test things out. We joke with him a lot. He has, like, every device on earth at his disposal. And so we're like, all right, cool. You'll be the one who tests this Google form for us. You'll be the one who'll test it on a mobile device, on a computer, on your Braille note, whatever you use, like, let us know. And, so it just takes so many things to think about and see, like, what happens with all these different moving parts. But yeah, since I don't know if you wanted to share, kind of like, I think the question was, like, how did it get started and what was going through people's heads about it?
Well, the idea popped into my head. I was just in a conversation with Sightless in a party chat on PlayStation, and I was like, it would be cool if we had a all blind gamers tournament. And then he was like, yeah, that would be cool. And then, I was like, and that was it. Like, I just threw the thought out there. And then the next morning I wake up and Sightless tweeted it. He's like, yeah, you know what? It would be cool if we had a all blind gamers Mortal Kombat tournament. And that tweet just blew up. And when that blew up, Rattlehead was basically the one who said, you know what? We're doing this. And I can't tell you the truth. I don't even remember how I ended up in the Central Showdown, because I know Rattlehead, he's like, yeah, we're going to do this. And we just, I don't know, just Voltron it together. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And speaking on the different roles that we all do in this team, because one person cannot do this. It is too much. It will be too much for one person to do. Captain, he wears a lot of hats. Like, he's writing emails to potential sponsors, to participants, and he does the Google forms. He does our calendars for our scheduling and all that. He does so much. and he's none of us like to see us as, oh yeah, we're the head of this group. We don't see it that way, but Captain, he's like the head. He doesn't like that, but we see him as the head because he is so organized and so thorough with things. You know, he makes sure nothing is going to slip through the cracks in what we do.
Say he's the captain.
He's the
He's the
CEO.
captain of the ship, bro.
He's the CEO, man.
Yep, he's the captain of the ship. But you know, we all carry our own weight in this group because for it to function, and that's what I love about these guys. Like everybody, they know what we need to do. We attack it, and if anyone needs help, then someone else like, hey, you know, we join forces and help each other out if something becomes too much.
And one thing I think we've all continued to work on as this thing, has gone on for 3 years now. Like, I don't think any of us thought that would be the case, that we were just like, oh, we'll just do it once and for kicks and we'll see how it goes. Is that I'd like to think that we've been especially receptive to feedback about how to improve things, not just amongst ourselves, but hearing it from others in their own way. And I think that that speaks to the sustainability of a project, is knowing like, okay, you fall into your own formula of how you've done things maybe once or twice, but also knowing that for it to grow or for it to just like be successful again, you learn from the people you're hosting it for, right? Because you want them to be a part of it. You want them to want to be involved. So I think for me, like, that's one thing that I'm especially like in tune with this year. I feel like that's the key to making a lot of like this work when we think about how can we revive it with the next game, or just like what are some ideas that we can do for just, if it's not this, then some other project, and just getting a feel for what would be interesting to everyone and for us to be able to plan. So yeah. I appreciate you sharing that trailer. That's a 3-minute piece, but it takes like 7-8 months of behind the scenes
like editing
planning.
work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not just editing, but even imagining it, like just from the first time you meet up as a group, and just think about like, okay, what are our thoughts this year? And you start big, like you have no filter. You're like, what would you like to do? What would you actually like to do? And what can we actually, like, you go from there to your product. So it's a lot of just dedication, but I think it's, like Sin said, it's rewarding. And I think if we didn't have people who like Cito, who's in the call, like joining and playing in these events, like there would be no reason to do it. Like when I'm making events, I'm thinking of players like him and others who are signing up, who are maybe like are they going to be available? Are they going to want to do something like this? Like, and thinking about just their participation when putting this together, because that's who you're doing it for. You're doing it. I mean, we're in a unique position where like a lot of us as TOs, tournament organizers, are also we qualify for our own events, right? So like like you have a lot of that going on in your head. It's like, okay, you have the hat of the organizer, and at some point you got to switch over and be a competitor, just like experience the event you've put together as well. And that's such a unique position to be in. And I don't know, I don't think I've talked about that out loud very much before, but it's I like that more people are doing it. I like that Cito and Smoke and T-Blaze are taking on those hats as well, and are just like, because that like, I feel like the more people get this experience going, like that just makes more opportunities happen for the community at large, because like more people have that to add on to their skills, and just like like that opens up the chances for for people to work together and for just like, yeah, just have ideas and share them. Like this isn't, I mean, these are like, in my mind, like I always think the more you can share how things work successfully, you're just contributing to something else successful in the future. So yeah, hopefully what we're sharing is like a little bit useful in that way.
No, you are.
I think it's cool because that's how it starts. Because again, like I saw you on something like Outworld TV, or I saw the Rattlehead on somewhere like Outworld TV. Then I met you guys. Then I saw the Sento Showdown, and then someone like Itanye takes the wheel and does a monthly thing, and then someone else does the same thing, and then it keeps growing, and more people show up, and then the next Sento Showdown is on the Xbox channel, and even more people see it. You know, it's
No,
I
yeah,
I
and
think
like
it's
and
freaking
like
cool how that keeps going.
yeah, and like it's just like the word of mouth or like from friends, you know. Yeah, and it's great too, you know, because like it's one thing, yeah, you know, where like everyone can join, you know, or like regardless of like their skill level.
Yep. Shout out to Katanye.
Yep.
Big shout out to Katanye.
So, well, before the stream takes any longer, well, any final thoughts, or like
Well,
or like if anyone wants to add anything else.
There's no application.
uh,
I'm sorry. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let it go.
Oh man, I'm gonna be getting it now, like from you, huh?
yeah, yep.
Maybe.
I guess you gotta throw it out there, bro.
Thank you to my lovely co-host for my blind anime talk, especially Pikachu for starting it, and thank you Joker, and thank you Christina. Oh, now I'm not gonna hear like now I'm gonna hear from you now, Hasito.
You probably are. Yeah, this will most definitely not be the last time.
Damn. Damn. Okay,
Yep.
fine.
You're not gonna live that one down.
I usually don't.
I just want to say, like, thank you for just creating this space to bring people together in this way, and talk about the things that are going on. I appreciated just being able to jump, around about different things and just like hear y'all's perspective on like how this is going about, and yeah, it's been a good time.
Mm-hmm. No, no. Again, I just want to thank you guys. You know, and since I, like somehow, like now, like people are grouping me now into the blind FGC. And I was like, you know what? And then like after just hanging out with you guys and gaming too, yeah, I was like, you know what? Why not? Let's let's just do a stream. And I tossed it out to like a Rattle and Sincere. You know?
Yep.
Yeah. And then like from there, just like a little bit of planning, But then hey, it all worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I appreciate you, Toes. I appreciate, playing games with you with like Gears 5, and we have yet to play Halo, but I appreciate you showing up to the
Yesterday we
streams.
did. So yeah.
Yeah, but except for me, I just like create the game for you guys. I had to bounce,
Mhm.
but I appreciate everything you do, bro. Stopping by my streams,
Mhm.
playing Gears 5, seeing you in other people's streams like Cetos, Rattleheads, everyone else's. So
Well, yeah,
appreciate the
because like,
support you give. So we're showing you that love back, bro.
hey man, I'm like glad to do it because like I don't know, somehow like I just end up like I enjoy supporting people because like besides the YouTube side and like and before the like the TikTok side, but mostly TikTok, mostly YouTube and Twitch now. I just do like a lot of supporting, so that's one of my hats too. Hopping around either videos or streams. Yeah.
I'm more of a fan. I like
Mhm.
watching these guys. I
Mhm.
like watching everybody. That's why you always see me in people's streams. I like watching
Mhm.
because the skills that these guys possess is just I just enjoy watching it.
Yeah. Hey,
I just think Toast is a cool person, bro. Like even just playing Uno with him on the Blind Boss Discord, like stuff like that. I don't know. Like you do show support like in a lot of places, and
Mhm.
you give people a platform like us, like today, and you should be not proud of that. What's the word that I don't know. I appreciate you, and people should appreciate you for doing stuff like that. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like, well, thank you. But I just do it like because like I want to. That's it. Even like without the e- acknowledgments, but yeah, I still do it anyways.
Yeah.
But again, thank you. Yeah. Well, anything last to promote? Let's go with Sito.
I don't have much going on. The twitch.tv/ blurrycito underscore. You can find me the same way on Twitter. We have the Hearthstone tournament with BSG going on the 23rd and 24th of July. That's gonna be fun. That really filled up so quickly. I was expecting it to take like a week, and in 2 hours it's filled up. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Again, thank you for the opportunity to be here and talk to you guys.
Okay, Captain.
I will be checking out the tournament when it goes live. I am not a streamer myself. I just kind of do that stuff for fun, so I don't have anything like of my own going on. Obviously, just the Sento Showdown tournament is due in about 2 weeks, Saturday, July 9th, Sunday, July 10th, and I'll be looking forward to helping put that together. And yeah.
And Sins.
Yep. Central Showdown, July 9th and 10th. And if you ever want to stop by my stream, twitch.tv/yoursins, all one word. I stream a variety of different games if you want to come and see me fail and try again, because I like doing that. Just because I appreciate that.
And hey, and if you enjoy the stream, and just remember to check out my content first before you subscribe, because that'll be much better than subscribing, because it lets me know that like you actually wanna like actually watch my content. But if not, hey, it's okay. So if you like it, hit subscribe, and please give me a toes up for it too. If you do, it's much appreciated. And you can, well, I'm doing my best to start streaming on Twitch too at blind_toes. I try my best, but I'm mostly here on YouTube doing my usual streams of blind anime talk, whatever that, whatever anime that I can think of, just from a blind perspective, you know, and maybe mukbangs and probably a random eating spicy stuff. So, yes, I be in pain for people's enjoyment. So yes. And also I want to thank you, Joker. Don't forget to check out her channel, and Danny Marie AUC on Twitch and YouTube too of the same name. And thank you, the Drunk Gamer, and everyone else. I probably forget the names, and my bad, sorry. And remember, if you're not trying, you're not learning. Bye.